really feeling it from three-point range now. All of a sudden, it seems like he just can't miss.
Thomas dishes to Johnson. Thomas a screen. Crowder with it. Leonard picks him up. Here's Johnson. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. With some arc. Walker's shot is off. Celtics trail by 8. Here's Saric. King with the block. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
Timeout, Charlotte.
While there's a break in the action, let's take a look at the players who had the most steals in the league last season. Freak number 1.
He was at the top of the list for good reason. I mean, this guy had fast hands, worked extremely hard, always moved his feet, and had an excellent basketball IQ.
And Boston has possession, trailing here by 8. Here's Crowder. Softly drops in the floater.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
King, the pass to Leonard. It's stolen by Johnson. Walker against Thomas. Out to the wing. Here's Crowder. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. Thomas got 3 assists now in this one.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Hornets dance team.
And now a look at Kemba Walker. Some numbers on him. A very nice season for him last year. Averaged about 11 points a game, 7 assists, rebounds. Solid numbers, the kind of production we expect. And frankly, I think he's got another level to take it to.
Yeah, he definitely has the skill set to put up even bigger numbers. It wouldn't be a surprise to see that in the coming days.
Now here's Walker. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Bulls in Chicago.
And also defensively, guys, he kept them off balance with 4 steals on the night.
Now here's Thomas, following the miss by Freak. To the inside, Johnson. He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
Good job threading that pass into the lane. I like his vision, guys. He sees everything.
Here's King. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Celtics trail by 3. Thomas with the ball. He's picked up by Walker. Thomas against Walker. Johnson right side. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Johnson's got his second bucket.
It's like everybody is in a rhythm right now. Incredible stuff here early on.
Both teams playing downhill. You know, coaches say that all the time. You want to play downhill. Well, at some point you think somebody's got to cool off in this one, right?
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, earlier I spoke with Brad Stevens. We talked about the impact players on these two teams, the ones who can take over a game single-handedly. And he told me that Michael Kidd-Gilchrist may already be in that category. He said he's a guy we've got to account for. He's just so relentless. If you're not ready to match his intensity level, he'll make you look bad. And Kevin, he said if they can limit his impact on the game, that will certainly help.
Thanks again, Doris.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Hornets dance team.
chance to check out Freak here. Last season, he played outstanding. First in scoring, first in steals, and he had the #1 field goal percentage in our league. A fearsome finisher, punishing defenders on the inside.
Yeah, and that's what made him #1 last year. You can't stop him, and you really can't contain him.
Here's what Charlotte's going with right now. Kaminsky is checked in for Jefferson. Batum comes in for Kid Gilchrist. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Walker. The Celtics have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team.
Outside, Batum feeds it to Freak. Back to Batum. It's a nice pass in here by Charlotte. Freak kicks to Batum. From deep three-point range. Rebound by Nene. Celtics trail by 5. Nene, the screen. Clarkson dishes to Nene. Boston, no good that time either.
And no excuse there for missing that one.
That jam! I mean, just beautiful.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
A shot by Batum, no good. Crowder with it, out-defended by Freak. Pass to Crowder. The tray, good. Crowder's got 8 points.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
Hornets leading by 4. Here's King. Through the net again. He's done that 10 times tonight, and he's only needed 11 shots to get there.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he's on the money, that's no doubt. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. Batum, good.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Now, here's Clarkson. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard.
George Hill.
Nene with it. Now guarded by Kaminsky. Here's Clarkson. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Here's Batum. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. And now it's a 10-point Hornets lead. Hill. No luck.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Hornets James team.
And a chance now to hear from the Brazilian big man Nene about the development of this wizard.
We changed our style, the way we think about basketball. We start playing together.
With Nene in the mix, that team is indeed capable and talented and can do some very special things.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he's in a supporting role, and when he steps up in a big way, he gives them an X factor.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. Looking at what we've seen from the Hornets, what do you think?
Smooth sailing from an offensive standpoint thus far.
No other way to put it, Greg. They've made it really look easy so far.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Hornets. King in at shooting guard. Al Jefferson out there with Kaminsky. Then it's Jeremy Lin. And it's Batum in at the small forward. Freak kicks to Batum. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Batum's got his third basket of the night right there.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Pick up by Hill. On the wing, Hill. Outside Bradley. Shot clock at 6. Sullinger the screen. Here's Saric. King with the block. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Kid Gilchrist is checked in for Charlotte. Lamb comes in for King. Austin's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Clarkson with the ball. Out defended by Freak. King with the steal. Batum wide open. He fires. Drains the three-pointer. Batum's got 8 points here in this quarter. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Hornets.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Thomas goes in. Now here's Crowder. He's guarded closely. 6 on the shot clock to stop the run. No good. Great D that time from Batum. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Batum's got 14 points.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Got a piece of it. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Bulls was simply terrific. He ended with 26 points and was effective from long range as he got that scoring line by dropping in a good amount of threes. Numbers like that make you anxious to see what he can do next time out.
All right, Doris, thanks so much for the report. You had to just marvel, guys, at what he was able to do that night, didn't you?
You know what? It was the game of basketball being played at its highest level. No question who their MVP was in that win.
No question whatsoever, Greg. I mean, that's a performance he and his fans will remember for a long, long time.
For Charlotte, they have only 1 missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
And, you know, that just added to their confidence at the offensive end. I mean, knowing that free throw shooting was something they didn't have to worry about gave them a lot of confidence to play freely.
That one misses.
You know, they've changed their game here in the second, getting a little bit more physical, playing with some toughness now.
And I'm looking for them to increase that lead if they can keep getting to the free throw line.
Thomas a screen. The Hornets pull it in. King's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
For Charlotte, they have converted 4 of 7 free throws on the night.
Corey Joseph. Shooting 2.
And the second free throw, good. 44 seconds left in the first half of the game. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
They set the screen, and the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. 4th team foul.
Nene, the screen. Thomas gets a wide open look. Drops in the tray. Thomas got 8 here in the quarter.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
King with it. Now Thomas defending. Outside for Batum. Right wing. Just 5 on the clock. And King, here we go. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Clearly, they've been the hotter team here in the first half.
Well, they've been grit and grind, working for those high percentage shots, and quite honestly, it's paid off for them.